What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you to a brand new Let's Play. A Let's Play of, yes, another racing game, but don't worry, there's going to be other Let's Plays to break up the monotony if you're not a big fan of these. However, if you are a fan of racing games, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by what you're going to see in this game, because this is definitely one of the more unique arcade racers out there. Now, this is the 7th entry, or I believe the 8th entry, actually, in the long-running Trackmania series. That's right, this is Trackmania Turbo for the PlayStation 4, although this was also released on Xbox One, and I believe also on PC, as most of them are. And this series is phenomenal. Now, the selling point of this series, or I guess the reason that you're going to want to play this series, has nothing to do with... it's nothing like other car racers. It's actually mostly about the tracks. The racing itself is, for the most part, pretty limited. I mean, it's fast-paced, as you can see here. This is what the game looks like, for real. But it's fast-paced, but what you're doing with your car isn't anything special. You're not really picking up power-ups. You're not really, using, like, boosts or, using drift to your advantage. You're not even trying to upgrade your cars all that much. You're not even doing anything of the sort. It's really just a cosmetic thing with your cars. The whole point of Trackmania Turbo is to basically survive and get the best possible times that you can on these incredibly treacherous courses that the game lays out for you. And that is what we are going to be doing in this Let's Play. We're going to be going through the 200 courses in the campaign, seeing if I can get through all of them. And at first, it's going to be pretty easy. I'll be able to get through probably about 3, 4, 5 an episode. But as we go on, it gets really freaking difficult. So this is a brand new account that I have to set up, so I have to choose my ranking zone, and United States is where I'm from, and I guess you got to do a state, so I will go with my state that I am from, which is Utah, and we are going to go with just jumping on into the campaign. So there are other ways you can play this. The track builder, I will definitely show that off at some point. It's actually pretty good, but you have to... I'm not that clever with the track builder, I'll be honest. People online are a lot more clever than I am. But you can make some pretty insane creations. Like, you can pretty much do everything the game does in the track builder. Although I will say that the track builder at least on the console version of Turbo, isn't as extensive as it's been in previous Trackmania games. I will say that's the one downside to Turbo. So if you really want that track builder element, there's other Trackmania games that do it a little bit better. But aside from that, pretty much the same thing that, pretty much everything that you'd get out of any other Trackmania game. And this game is just... it's just plain silly. So we're going to start with the white series. As you can see, it divides into four different worlds that have different types of courses in them. So you got the canyon, you got the valley, which is more about racing on dirt. You got the lagoon roller coaster, which mostly plays with verticality, as well as you have to go upside down a lot. And then the stadium, which kind of is the culmination. It's where you master all the skills you've learned in all of the other courses. And it also throws in a few twists and turns of its own, some of those literal. And then, of course, as you go, each and every single series is harder than the rest. So it's all about difficulty and whatnot. And the goal is to try to get a gold medal in every single course, although I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be able to do that all the way up to the end. But I'm certainly going to try from the start. So let's jump right on into the very first course, just so you can get a good idea of what is in store in this one. So some buttons you're going to want to be aware of are especially the respawn and checkpoint respawn buttons. Not every single course has checkpoints, so they kind of function the same anyway. But one of those buttons resets your time, the other one doesn't. The checkpoint respawn does not reset your time, it just puts you back at the last checkpoint. So if you're going for the best time, don't even bother with that button. And then we can also select ghosts that we can race against, and I'm always going to select the gold ghost because I want to be able to beat it every single time if I can help it. Okay, here we go. So, okay, I am already off to a really good start with that one because I wasn't even expecting that. So like I said, this game is just absolutely insane, and we're probably not even going to get the best time we possibly can get in this one, which is totally fine with me. I mean, honestly, I'm probably willing to give this one a reset. In fact, let's do that right off the bat. Let's give this one another go just so I can get a perfect time. Just because most of these courses, it is a little bit about trial and error. You kind of have to get a feel for what you're in for every single time before you master that perfect time. But as long as you can complete the course and get better than a bronze, you do unlock the next one. So that is something to keep in mind. And there I actually was able to get that with a straight shot this time, which is much better. There we go. Okay, whoop, went into that a little too fast. Actually, I made that drift work almost perfectly. There we go. Okay, doing good, doing good. And there is the finish right just ahead. Oh, wait, no way! No! I actually got beat. I got the silver medal. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, see, this is the first course, too. This is the first course, so it's tricky. So I'm going to give that one more go from gold, and if I can't manage it, I am going to just go on to the next course and concede defeat. I'm not going to try to waste everybody's time by just constantly repeating these courses over and over. So the nice thing is I can also go against my own ghost to see where I made mistakes. I think I tapped the accelerator too much, which was my big issue, because you can't do that too much, otherwise you are going to screw yourself over. So because you do slow yourself down a little bit. And see, that was the big issue right there, is yeah, I didn't go into that drift very well at all, so I'm definitely not going to get the best time in the world. Seriously, how did he freaking blow by me so quickly? Oh my goodness. All right, let's move on to the next course. So next track, please. And unfortunately, the only downside, obviously, is I will say that is probably my biggest gripe right off the bat with Trackmania Turbo, is the copious amounts of loading screens. It's like, of course, they have to load the next track, but I don't know. This game does feel a little bit excessive in that department. But aside from that, this game is just heaps of fun. And I really need to be actually tapping the brakes. Like, I really need to be tapping the brakes. Otherwise, I'm never going to make these drifts. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. All right, there we go. Like, it's so ridiculously fast-paced. Now, don't be fooled. The speeds that I'm going at are definitely in kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. So if you think I'm actually going 400 miles per hour at any given time, don't kid yourself. Although that still isn't very slow by any means, trust me. Okay, so was I able to get at least the silver? Okay, I got the silver. Let's give that one more try, because I know for a fact I've gotten gold on all of these before. I'm a little bit rusty at the moment. You're gonna have to forgive me. All right, let's try this again. Let's actually see if we can swing into these turns properly, like so. There we go. I'm actually using the drift properly now. There, just like that. That's how you do it. Yeah, you definitely need to use that, otherwise you are going to be screwing yourself often. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Yep, I tapped the brakes poorly in that one. Okay, we can still recover. No, we can't. No, we can't. We are absolutely screwed. Gosh dang it, gold medal. Why you got to be the end of me? You know what? One more go. One more go. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I just need to get the hang of this, and I will be able to do this. I don't want to waste your guys' time too much in this episode, but I think I can manage this. And obviously the first tracks that you're going to see in this game aren't going to be, you know, the absolute epitome of crazy. I mean, obviously the game is going to ease you into the difficulty, and then things get crazy, but like, it gets crazy quick. Like, it really does. So okay, let's hang on to that. There we go. No crashing into walls. Perfect. Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. And there we go. That is definitely going to be a gold time. Look at that. A whole second, too. Yes. Beautiful. Now, there actually is a time up and beyond gold medal, but it doesn't really tell you what that is. I believe it's basically what they call, like, the dev time. Like, it's what the developers were able to do, and I did not mean to do that. I actually want to go on to the next track. Thank you. So something you should definitely be aware of when playing this game is the way that all of the different terrains behave. Dirt is definitely something that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's kind of tricky to get a full grasp on, just because of how differently it plays. But once you get used to all the terrains, you should be good to go. So it always goes into the first person whenever you're doing these loops, and honestly, thank goodness for it. Otherwise, I don't know what the camera would be able to do with itself. All right, let's see if we can drift this. Oh my gosh, perfect. That was amazing right there. That was exactly what I needed to do. Awesome drift. Okay, sweet. So we beat that time by quite a bit, so we can now move on to the next one. But yeah, just be aware that it always moves into first person whenever you're doing a loop, just so that you can keep a bearing on what's going on. And it's not just like full loops. There's also later types of courses where basically what it does is it suctions you to the course. It keeps you from basically falling off the course regardless of whether or not you go upside down or not. And it'll swing you in all sorts of different directions, give you all sorts of vertigo, and as a result, it is going to just kind of fling you around, but it still goes into first person in those instances as well. You'll see what I'm talking about. Those are mostly in like the third world once we get to it, so you'll understand exactly what I mean once we hit those. Okay, that was definitely much more of an easy-going course, but I still made it no problem. And now we move on to the next one. I think we got time for maybe one more in this episode. Maybe two? No, probably just one. Oh, especially since this is a much longer one. Okay, so yeah, so this is a 3-lap one. That's right, every single 5 races you're going to be running into one of these. So these are ones that are definitely more about consistency, but you can obviously improve with every single lap. Oh, geez, beating the gold medal on this is not going to be easy, is it? Probably not. Okay, let's see if I can hit this drift properly. Okay, no, you can't crane into wall. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. We're going to start over again. Give that one more go. Just one more go. And if I can't make it work, I can't make it work. I'll just have to bite my tongue on it. Holy crap, he goes into that drift so much better than me. I definitely need to be taking it at a better angle. Alright, there we go. Oh, yeah, that can't happen. Yeah, and you can't take it too wide either. That is something that you have to get used to in this game, is that the drifting... Oh, see, that was just a bad habit from other racing games that I put into effect right there. You can't do. In this game, it's not about drifting wide and then going down into your turns. It's more about, you actually have to take it at a very tight angle and maintain that tight angle all the way through the turn. Because, yeah, this game doesn't really adhere to the most realistic physics in the world. I mean, it's an arcade racer. It's not anything like real racers or simulation racers. It's definitely nothing like a Forza game or a Gran Turismo game or anything of the sort. Or Drive Club if you're one of the 6 people in the world who actually liked that game. I don't want to diss on anybody who's a fan of that game, but I'm sorry, Drive Club sucks compared to the others. It really does. Sony is not the best when it comes to making racing games anymore. Same with Gran Turismo for that matter. And here's the worst part too, is I totally could have, like, if I hadn't have messed up that one turn, I totally could have caught up to gold. So, dang. Because I started to gain as those laps went on over and over. Ugh. You know what? Let's do it. One more time. One more time. And then we'll call this an episode. I think I can do this. Okay, so we fell behind this time, which is fine. I mean, this is the start, but as I went, I was able to repeatedly gain ground over and over, so if I can keep that up, I should be okay. Right? Oh, well, I'm tapping the brakes too much. That is an issue. Come on now. I can catch up. I can catch up. All right, I still have... Oh, I went over the boost. That's not good. All right, hang in there. I know, I'm not giving up, I swear. I can do this. I believe in myself. Gotta believe in the heart of the cards, guys. Or the heart of the cars? Is this because it's a racing game? Is that more apt? Oh, we're gaining. Oh, we're gaining. We are definitely gaining. Come on now. Oh, I keep going over that. Oh, that's the kind of turns I need to make. Okay, I got one more turn. One more shot to just slingshot ahead. This is it. This is the time. Oh, geez. Come on! Yes! Okay, now I just gotta stay in front. Stay in front. I almost messed it up on that donut. We did it! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this first episode of Let's Play Trackmania Turbo. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.